We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. KJ Hamler returning it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump-off. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award, and he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week, but when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely, and he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
That's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, you know, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. He'll look to set up his blockers. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw once more on second and 10. Bridgewater, he completes this to Sutton. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Bridgewater. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Ravens will get it. First and 10 from deep in their own territory. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Denver's offense now set to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Jackson going to run. 1st down and more for Jackson.
Let's go. Let's do this. Justin Simmons on the tackle.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Jackson running again. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 15 carries, 64 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Bridgewater to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd down and 7. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing is Jackson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And they run the option on 2nd down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Pushing his way through. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air, but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on it.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make them run.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Bridgewater. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Michael O.J. Mudia able to run him down for a loss of a yard. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We begin with a classic NFL match.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And here's Jackson on the option. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews.
Here we go.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Dobbins once more.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Murray. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Tucker's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side said, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
They find some open field here. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well, because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make short tackles, but what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big yardage.
Now Gordon on first down. Shoves him aside. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. On second down, Gordon once more. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Throwing, Bridgewater. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
On the return is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson able to shake him off. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 to 1st.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know, this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Von Miller. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. A fourth and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Bridgewater. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Bridgewater. That's caught left side by Jeudy. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 20 to 10, 2:16 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now it's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Jackson to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing, Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's 4th down. Here's Jackson. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time, not an ally. So this one will wind up a Denver victory.